Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to discuss about recycling materials and the process that involves recycling materials. So coming to my introduction, I'm a first year Bachelor of Engineering student at HVC Bangalore. My name is Nainandan and I belong to Audi session. So the agenda of today's presentation is what is recycling? What is the importance of recycling? Types of recycling materials, classification of materials, process of recycling plastics, process of recycling glass, and then let's end with conclusion. So talking about recycling, we need to know what is recycling. Recycling is the process of converting waste materials into reusable materials or products. It is an important part of waste management and environmental conservation efforts. Recycling aims to reduce the consumption of new raw materials, energy usage, and the overall environmental impact of producing new items. So, when we are learning about recycling, we need to know what are the importance of recycling. Recycling is important for several reasons, and it plays a significant role in environmental conservation, resource management, and sustainability. Here are some of the key reasons why recycling is important. Conservation of natural resources. Recycling reduces the need for new materials such as trees, minerals, and oils. By reusing and repurposing materials, we can conserve these finite resources for future generations. Second point is energy saving. The production of goods from raw materials often requires significant amount of energy. Recycling typically uses less energy, which helps us reduce greenhouse gas emissions and combat climate change. The third point is waste reduction. Recycling helps to reduce landfills. The fourth point is pollution reduction. Recycling can reduce pollution associated with the extraction, manufacturing, and the transportation of raw material. It can also help reduce air and water pollution by decreasing the need for incineration and landfill disposal. Fifth point is climate change mitigation. Recycling is a practice that can have a global impact in terms of conserving resources, reducing pollution, and mitigate climate change. It's a part of large effort to create more sustainable and environmentally friendly world. Economic benefits, it can employ many people, thereby increasing jobs. So let's see some materials that can be recycled. So plastics can be recycled, cartoons can be recycled, and metals, glass, newspapers. But there's a protocol that needs to be followed when we are recycling these materials is that it should be empty and all the containers should be rinsed properly before we recycle them. And let's see some materials that cannot be recycled. Polythene bags can be recycled but at the cost because they produce a lot of pollution when we try to recycle them. They produce lot of greenhouse gases, so considerably you need to decrease the use of polythene bags, and thermocoals cannot be recycled, and this lithium ion batteries also cannot be recycled because they contain very harmful chemicals that are very bad for our environment. So here are some classification of reusable materials. You can see metals, ceramics, polymers, composites. Metals, very well, all metals can be recycled and reused. Ceramics also can be recycled. Polymers, well, some polymers can be recycled, but not every polymer can be recycled, such as plastics. Polythenes cannot be recycled, nylons cannot be recycled, polypropylene cannot be recycled. All thermoplastics can never be recycled. They can be recycled, but they can, after recycling, they emit a lot of greenhouse gases which are not safe. So we need to depend less on them. So let us discuss how the recycling process of plastics. The recycling process of plastic involves several steps to collect, sort, clean, and reprocess used plastic materials into new products. Here is an overview of the plastic recycling process. Collection. Recycling begins with a collection of used plastic materials. These can be done through various methods, including curbside pickups, drop-off centers, or collection at business and industrial facilities. Consumers and business play a crucial role in the phase of segregating and properly disposing of the plastic waste. Sorting. Once collected, the plastic materials are sorted based on the type and rinse identification code, usually found in the bottom of the plastic containers. This sorting process is essential because different types of plastics require different recycling methods. Common plastics types include PET, HDPE, PVC polyvinyl chloride, PS polystyrene, PP polypropylene, and the third phase in plastic recycling process is cleaning. After sorting, the plastic materials are cleaned to remove contaminants like dirt, labels, adhesives, and non-plastic materials. This cleaning process may involve washing, shredding, and drying the plastic. The fourth process that involves recycling of plastics is shredding. The clean plastic materials are then shredded into small pieces or flakes to prepare them for the further processing. Shredding increases the surface area of the plastic, making it easier to melt and process. Melting. The shredded plastic are melted down to form a molten plastic material. The specific temperature and processing condition vary depending upon the type of plastic being recycled. And the sixth point is the end products are given out. So here you can see a picture of how the plastic is recycled, or the process that involves the recycling of plastic. So well, the first thing is the new products when dumped into the recyclable bin, it's onto a trash. Then this trash is collected by a truck and it's transported to the recycling center where it's sorted based on the type of plastic and based on the type of color and stuff. Then the sorted plastic is thrown into the shredder to make it into small pieces. Then those pieces are washed to remove any labels or other materials other than plastic and all the oils and the adhesives. Then after washing, these material is transported into the melting or reorganization, you can tell. And after melting or reorganization, it's molded into the required shape. So this process is actually quite simple. So the drawbacks of recycling plastics, well, when we try to recycle plastics, it's not that efficient because we get a lot of pollutants after that. So let's see some drawbacks of recycling plastics. Recycling produces pollutants after the breaking down of plastics. It is not cost effective and usually incur a huge loss. Recycling does not guarantee good quality for the products. A lot of factories need to be set up for recycling the plastic waste as the amount of plastic to be recycled is infinite. Recycling process of glass. So recycling process of plastic and glass very well are similar, but yeah, some of the steps may vary. So let's see how glass can be recycled. So first, collection. Glass recycling starts with the collection of used glass materials. Glass is collected from various sources including households, business and public collection points. It's essential that the glass is separated from other materials to prevent contamination. Sorting. Once collected, the glass is sorted by color. Common colors include clear green and brown. Separating the glass by color is important because different colors have different chemical compositions and melting points. This step ensures that the final recycled glass product is of high quality. Cleaning. After sorting, the glass is cleaned to remove any impurities such as labels, caps and residual liquids. The cleaning process typically involves the washing and sometimes crushing the glass to remove contaminants. Melting. The cleaned glass and crushed glass is then heated to high temperature in furnace to melt it. The exact temperature and conditions depend on the type of glass and the desired end product. The molten glass can be used to create new glass products. Forming. Once a glass is molten, it can be shaped into various forms such as bottles, jars, or glassware. By using molds or other forming methods, it can also be used to produce fiberglass or other glass-based materials. Cooling and annealing. After forming, the glass is slowly cooled and annealed to receive internal stresses. This process ensures that the glass remains strong and durable. So here is a picture of how the glass is recycled. First, the used glass is collected. After being collected, It's given to the purification where it's cleaned from all the residues that are left, all the caps, all the labels and adhesives. After being purified or cleaned, it's thrown into the shredding machine where it's broken down into small pieces, and it's also like separated from all the ferrous materials by a magnet here. After being shredded and removing of this ferrous material such as iron or steel, it's thrown into a furnace where it's melted. Depending about the temperature, it's melted, and after being melted, it's like formed. It's like formed into the required materials or required shape. Here we can see the molten glass is made into bottles, and finally the end product is given out. Here basically the cleaning process is very important because it enhances the quality of the final product. So this is the process of recycling of glass. Then let's see the conclusion. It's in conclusion, I would like to tell that recycling is a crucial practice that has a significant impact on our environment, economy, and overall well-being. It serves as the sustainable solution to mitigate the environmental issue associated with the overproduction and disposal of waste material, especially plastics. Thank you.